Hey everybody, it's your boy SergDragon, and welcome back to another edition of the Heavens Monsters podcast. It's your boy SergDragon. With me is Chris Petrie.
Sweet.
And we got Andre.
Nope.
Today we're going to cover Smackdown and 205 Live. They actually had an episode today, for real. Not a look back. So let's go ahead and cover the fact of Smackdown. Starting off with Miz TV. With Otis Dozovich, the new Mr. Money in the Bank winner briefcase. He's too damn hype. He can't even wait for the Miz to call it his name. He just comes running to the stage. And you getting yourself some ice?
Sorry about that.
I know that sound. My grandma has that type of ice maker.
Yeah.
In which case, how unprofessional is the Miz? He did this as a joke.
You know that.
Yeah. But here's the thing. He goes and gets a nice looking movie directing chair, but it's not made for plus size individuals. So even Otis is looking at it tells him to take a seat, and he's like, hey, he broke it. He broke the chair. That's what Otis did. Because those kind of chairs are not made for heavy people.
Nope.
In which case, he again goes on to ask him, how does it feel to know that he is the Money in the Bank briefcase winner? And he's like, I'm happy. He even goes on to ask, what's in that briefcase? You know what it is? A previous winner like yourself? It's a contract to cash in on the Universal title at any time that I want. Yeah! And he says, what else is in there? Oh, I got this, and a little bit of this, and I got a club sandwich in there, you know, later. And it's like, they called it. It's like, they knew it. That means Otis Dozovich is the first person to use that thing as a lunchbox. He's using it as a lunchbox. In which case, we have, I guess it's okay. You might be needing to wear the mask though. Look, Chris is wearing a mask. Not me, I forgot to get mine. Hold up, I'll be right back. Let me go get it. Here, talk with him. Go ahead and mention the first match. Oh, wait. In which case, the next thing happened is Miz couldn't take it anymore. He had to challenge Otis to partner up with Tucker. Tucker wasn't there, so he said, pick a partner. We're fighting tonight. So the first match is... you know what? Let me just get my mask. I want to be a part of this.
How you been doing?
Good so far, you?
Oh, I've been going around the world, all over the places.
No, you have not.
Yeah, I have.
No, you have.
I have.
No, you have.
I have.
Yeah, where you been?
I went to Memorial
What?
City.
With who?
Nobody. It's me.
Liar. Liar.
No lie.
You lying.
I never lie.
You
I
lying.
have not.
You lying.
I have not.
All right.
You have
Next time, get the photos. Think of it. All right. So the first match of the night would be something of interest, courtesy of the fact that Sami Zayn, current, now past Cruiserweight champion, had to give up the title because he wants to stay home prior to the COVID-19. And because of that, we have a tournament to crown a new Cruiserweight champion. And the matches...
Intercontinental.
Oh, yeah. Got the names worked wrong because I got Cruiserweight, Continental, bleh. The IC title, as some people call it. Intercontinental. Gotta say that right. That was always a tricky one for me to say. Anyway, all four of these matches would be literally dream matches or matches we had already. Case in point, one would be the fact that we would have Elias versus King Corbin once again. Payback after Money in the Bank. Then we would have Daniel Bryan versus Drew Gulak. Submission ground specialist fight once again. For the first time ever, and this will be next week, we'll have Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus. And I don't know what the hell's going on. They're saying that we're going to have this 4 times a year. That we're going to have the interracial brand crossover. Certain superstars can go from one brand to the other just to visit. Like, what the? Because this time around, we got AJ Styles participating in this tournament to actually obtain the one title that's eluded him for quite some while. And the person he's going to fight is the person he's got history with. Shinsuke Nakamura. Ain't that twisted, huh, Andre? So, in the first match, we have Elias versus King Corbin. King Corbin goes so far as to play the guitar of Elias and then break it during the match. Ain't that made Elias mad? So mad, he knee-shotted him in the face at the end of the match and won and moves on to the Intercontinental Championship tournament. Bah. Keep saying Cruiserweight. I got Cruiserweight on my mind. We just watched 205 Live. In which case, how do you feel about that? Chris, how do you feel about that?
Having Elias beat King Corbin. Now you can move on and face whoever, like Sheamus or Jeff Hardy.
Next up, Andre, what do you think?
Hold on, here I come.
You getting a snack? Got some squeaky doors.
I want to see Elias take on Corbin. Now, after that, be a good match right there.
Yeah, Elias won.
Oh, that's good.
He says, forget that King Corbin, he's a loser. Alright. Next up, Daniel Brooke versus Naomi. In a surprise twist, Daniel Brooke got the one up on Naomi by rolling her up and getting her right trapped into a 3-pin count. So Naomi lost the match and looking to face Bayley as the next number 1 contender is Dana Brooke. She's definitely getting a push, I'll tell you that much. Definitely looks like it. Your thoughts, Chris?
Congratulations.
Louder.
Congratulations to Dana Brooke. And now she's the number 1 contender.
No, she's not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
No.
No.
Hey, look, she's looking to be, though.
Yeah.
You, Andre, what do you think?
I'm a little disappointed that Naomi lost. She would have won, you know?
Uh-huh. She got trapped in that pin, though.
Yeah. That's tough, man.
Here's a fun fact. Otis Dozovich tried to ask Sheamus to be his partner for that night to fight Miz and Morrison. He said, not a chance. He got them all hyped up just to say not a chance. Like, daggone. Otis is walking around and he's like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? They not look good. So then Mandy Rose goes ahead and asks him, well, why don't you go and ask the Universal Champion Braun Strowman? He's like, my peach, you are a genius. I'm going to go do that right now. So he asks Braun Strowman, and he points out that you're just looking to get the drop on me and cash in that briefcase. But you have a lot of balls to be asking me that. So I'll think it over. And he's doing a workout. He's making it look like he's actually going to be the partner. And he says, no, I'm still chewing on it. So we got to wait and see at the end. Braun's making him get... Oh, and Braun Strowman has a new t-shirt line called the Strowman Express. Courtesy of the fact that when he runs around the ring and stampedes over people, he's like the freaking bullet train. He's the Strowman Express. Next up, we have the other match, other half of the bracket between, top bracket, between Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak. It is one hell of a match between these two guys. They literally left it all in the ring. They did grapple, they did this, they did slam, they did crossface, they did leg lock. Until Daniel Bryan did a reverse Dragon's leg sweep, twerking that leg of Drew Gulak. And thus making him tap out by a leg lock move. Afterwards, we had info on the Google and other, I guess, wrestling sources saying that after that night, Drew Gulak was released from WWE.
Yeah, I think he asked for his release, right?
I don't know. Did he ask for his release?
I think so. I don't know. I just heard that he was no longer in WWE anymore.
Yep, so after that night, he gone. He's another release of WWE by himself from what it says. Damn. Your thoughts on that, Andre?
Well, I don't know why everybody was asking for the release. I don't know why Gulak asked for the release. I'm still trying to figure out why he asked for his release. I forget Daniel Bryan, that loser.
Drew Gulak. It's Drew Gulak who asked his release, not Daniel.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying I don't know why Gulak would ask for his release, you know. I'm still trying to figure that out, you know.
How you feel about that, Chris?
What about Drew Gulak?
Yeah. Him losing and then asking for his release.
That's messed up.
Oh, yeah. Before I forget, there was another piece of promo in the ring that happened. Coming from Monday Night Raw to NXT, now she is on Smackdown for this little crossover thing that I mentioned earlier. Once every four times a year. Well, Charlotte Flair came to SmackDown, boasting that the reason why she's on 3 nights a week is saying that the numbers were crunched, this and that, and people want more Flair. Woo! Even Fox Network wanted Flair, but they didn't get her. Raw did.
Yeah.
So that is. She's a roster on the Raw brand, but she's the NXT champion. So that explains why she's on those 2 shows. I was like, what the hell? Why are you on SmackDown now? And they explained it. Crossover visiting plans. What the hell? What is this? WWE's multiple children's got to have licenses to go visit the other brand mothers. What the hell?
Probably.
You got visitation rights 4 times a year. That's the first thing I think. I know it is a bad joke, but it makes sense. It's similar. In which case, Bayley comes out. Bayley and Sasha Banks come out, and all Charlotte Flair was focusing on was Sasha Banks. Putting in the poison that would have Sasha Banks turn on Bayley and finally put herself in the SmackDown Women's title picture. It hasn't happened yet, but dang did Charlotte Flair, woo, she stuck one hell of a stab at Sasha Banks the whole time. Wanted Sasha Banks to talk, but Bayley wouldn't allow it. Bayley was mostly just talking about how she beat Charlotte and everybody else in this roster and became the most recognizable women's SmackDown champion of all time. So how do you feel about that, Andre?
It's alright, I guess. I wouldn't mind seeing her kick some more butt. Wouldn't mind seeing with Bayley, but or Charlotte, honestly.
You, Chris?
Charlotte is right about one thing.
What?
Sasha Banks is a Bailey's lackey.
Yeah, she did call her that.
Yeah.
She did call Sasha Banks as nothing but Bayley's lackey. Oh. She said it twice. I think 3 times or maybe even. Now we got the final main event. Miz and Morrison go to the ring, followed by Otis, and they're looking at him like, oh, you ain't got no partner. You ain't got no partner. Otis is like holding that briefcase. He's like, just have a little difficulty finding somebody. Hopefully somebody will come down the ring right now. And here comes Braun Strowman. He's going to be his partner. So it'd be Braun Strowman and Otis versus Miz and Morrison.
Oh, I would like to see that.
It happened.
Oh, who won?
You know Strowman whoop ass.
Oh, yeah.
So the winners of that match was Strowman and Otis, but here's the funny thing. In the beginning of the match, do you know what Otis did?
What the old crazy Otis do this time?
He made Braun Strowman do the caterpillar with him. And while he's making the caterpillar look good, Strowman is making it look, I don't even think you call it caterpillar. What the hell do you call those little electronic bugs that you wind them up and they just go scattered on the floor? Because that's what Strowman looked like. He went I was like, what the hell? He's a scatterbug. He ain't no caterpillar. He's a scatterbug. He's a techno bug. He's a techno bug. That's what they call him, a techno bug. Put him in a tube, he'll travel. You go. Strowman called that. He's a techno train. He's a techno train caterpillar. There you go. And of course, after their victory, Mandy Rose comes out and Otis, he does that dance. He goes, he slowly works his way to Braun Strowman, looking like he's about to try and pin him. But he didn't cash in the title. You gotta tell the referee, I want to cash it in. I want to cash it in. It don't matter. So he looking like he about to jump from behind. And Braun Strowman is like, he's like, I'm just messing with you, man. I'm just messing with you. And they fist bump and they're celebrating in the ring with Mandy Rose, showing Casey and Corey Graves. Oh, you gotta love him. He's like, you gotta hate him and love him, but you gotta hate how he talks trash, but you gotta love the fact of how he ends up saying this. He said, Otis got the money in the bank, the win, and the girl. I'm jealous. He jealous.
Graves. Jealous.
How you feel about that?
That's funny.
You, Andre?
I'm glad Otis and
Braun Strowman.
won. Yeah, glad those two won. I want to see him tag up again.
Oh, another bit of info. When Braun Strowman went for that train wreck move,
Yeah.
I felt like it was the Boondocks.
I guess.
No. Get this. It's like the R. Kelly episode. It's like, Roddy's like, I saw Braun Strowman coming, I moved. Miz saw the Braun Strowman, he stayed. And why the hell should I take the rap and loss for, since he got wrecked just for that? He did. He went parkour. He jumped over the freaking barricade. He's like, nope.
Yeah.
And Miz is like, ah! Like, run over. That was funny.
Yeah.
Next up, we have... Was there anything else on SmackDown I missed, Chris?
The Hacker and Sonya Deville and Dolph Ziggler talking about Mandy and Otis.
Ah, yeah. We're going to have a match, a mixed tag team match next week between Mandy Rose, Otis versus Sonya and Dolph Ziggler. We're also going to have the AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura, as well as Jeff Hardy and Sheamus for the quarterfinals of the Intercontinental Championship Tournament. It's going to be good. In addition to that, we got champion versus champion. NXT Women's Champion Charlotte versus Bayley, SmackDown Women's Champion. Next week, we got 4 highlight matches. Woohoo! Before we move on to 205 Live, a shout out to our fellow brethren, Xavier Hill, Mike Henry, and Andre Mitchell.
Yo.
A link to their channels will be in the description down below, and a remaining shout out to Chris Petrie, T-Money, Renee, Farrell, and Delvin. Now, let's move on to 205 Live. Just 2 matches. We had a new guy, 10 Heat Miles? How you pronounce that? Did you hear? I mean, Tyler Breeze versus Tyler Breeze, and Tyler Breeze won that match. There you go. After that, we would have the feud between Jack Gallagher and Tony Nese. Tony Nese fought hard as hell, but Jack Gallagher would get the win. These two are on NXT, and they are out of the tournament courtesy of the fact that they had a major losing streak. Once Jack Gallagher won the match, he's told straight to Tony Nese's face, we're not done yet. Oh boy. How you feel about that, Andre?
It was alright so far.
Yeah, baby. How about you, Chris?
Tony Nese in a losing streak. He don't start winning, then he will be walking out like Drew Gulak.
Oh yeah. And how many minutes we got? 23 minutes? That's good. Alright. So, with that said, that'll be the end of this video. Like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Hit that subscribe button, like the content, hit that notification bell for the next Heaven's Monsters podcast. I'm SergDragon. This is Chris Petrie. This is Andre Mitchell. Wait. There you go. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Bye.